Iron sharpens iron.
Hello, saints. Welcome back to Iron Sharpens Iron. Today's topic, John 5, verse 18. Did Yeshua break the Sabbath? Let's search like the Bereans and see if this is true or false. John 5, verses 5 through 18.
And a certain man was there which had an infirmity 38 years. When Jesus saw him lie, and knew that he had been now a long time in that case, he saith unto him, Wilt thou be made whole? The impotent man answered him, Sir, I have no man, when the water is troubled, to put me into the pool, but while I am coming another steppeth down before me. Jesus saith unto him, Rise, take up thy bed, and walk. And immediately the man was made whole, and took up his bed, and walked. And on the same day was the Sabbath. The Jews therefore said unto him that was cured, It is the Sabbath day, it is not lawful for thee to carry thy bed. He answered them, He that made me whole, the same said unto me, Take up thy bed, and walk. Then asked they him, What man is that which said unto thee, Take up thy bed, and walk? And he that was healed wist not who it was, for Jesus had conveyed himself away, a multitude being in that place. Afterward Jesus findeth him in the temple, and said unto him, Behold, thou art made whole. Sin no more, lest a worse thing come unto thee. The man departed, and told the Jews that it was Jesus which had made him whole. And therefore did the Jews persecute Jesus, and sought to slay him, because he had done these things on the Sabbath day. But Jesus answered them, My Father worketh hitherto, and I work. Therefore the Jews sought the more to kill him, because he not only had broken the Sabbath, but said also that God was his Father, making himself equal with God.
Okay, now I want you to turn this off and go pray and ask Yah in the Son's name for guidance on this understanding, and then come back. Now that you are back, ask yourself, who is saying Yeshua broke the Sabbath? This is a case of the narrator's perspective versus the accuser's perspective. In John 5, verse 18, the author is reporting the theological charge was brought by the religious leaders, not stating as an objective fact that Christ sinned against the law of Moses. This is what many overlook and just repeat what the pastor told them. Remember, we must prove all things, so let's do just that. In Matthew 12, 1-7, a parallel Sabbath controversy takes place.
At that time Jesus went on the Sabbath day through the corn, and his disciples were an hungred, and began to pluck the ears of corn and to eat. But when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto him, Behold, thy disciples do that which is not lawful to do upon the Sabbath day. But he said unto them, Have ye not read what David did when he was an hungred, and they that were with him? How he entered into the house of God, and did eat the showbread, which was not lawful for him to eat, neither for them which were with him, but only for the priests? Or have ye not read in the law how that on the Sabbath days the priests in the temple profane the Sabbath, and are blameless? But I say unto you, that in this place is one greater than the temple. But if ye had known what this meaneth, I will have mercy and not sacrifice, ye would not have condemned the guiltless.
Once again, we see the Pharisees accusing the disciples of doing that which is not lawful on the Sabbath day. Christ followed up with two examples to counter their claims. The second one is key, because you have to ask yourself as the reader, what does he mean by this? The answer is in the Old Testament. The priests had to perform physical labor, slaughtering animals, lifting heavy carcasses, baking showbread, which would be work under normal circumstances. Yet they were blameless because their work served a higher divine purpose, atonement for the people and worship. Christ applies this logic to himself. If the temple servants are exempt from Sabbath restrictions to do the good works of God, how much more is the Son exempt while doing the direct good will of the Father? If you go down further in chapter 12, you will find out it is good to do good on the Sabbath. So, the key to Matthew 12, verse 7, mercy over sacrifice, is the priest was showing mercy to the people by atoning for their sins on the Sabbath, a good, merciful act. So in Yah's eyes, they are blameless, which means in Yah's eyes, Christ did not break the Sabbath, but showed how to keep it with love and mercy. I hope this has been edifying. Until next time, keep seeking Yah, and you will find him.
Iron sharpens